Hello, everyone, and welcome to a CannaChef's Life, Episode 2, the podcast designed to bring cannabis chefs value through information from other chefs and sponsors working directly in the cannabis cooking industry. I am your host, Alex Giuliano, and today I have with me a very special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Brooksie Hussle, and I'm the CEO and co-inventor of the CannaChef Union. And man, Alex, it's been a wild ride, man, getting through this hurdle of a business, dude. But the union is something so special. And just like we talked about recently, it's very crazy to create something from scratch, watch it grow, and then watch it actually work.
Right.
You know, so that's what we're seeing right now is the growth is there, but now we're seeing the wheel turn and we're seeing this thing actually work. So it's a beautiful thing. I'm elated to be an owner. I'm sure you are.
Oh, absolutely.
We have Joe. Joe is on our team. Shout out to Joe. And we have Jonathan. Shout out to Jonathan. He's one of our partners as well. He's a senior partner for the union. Shout out to Jonathan. And who else do we have? We have Nathan Drewski, who are also on the team. Shout out Nathan Drewski, you already know. So, yeah, man, that's the CannaChef Union.
I mean, so many chefs that we can't even
So many chefs, I can't even get through.
Admins that have helped take us to the next level. I mean,
dude, next level. And you know what's crazy is the list just keeps growing and growing and growing. You know, this thing is so special that people are signing up by the day to get hired, man. And it's crazy because we are getting chefs hired. We are job creators. You know, so it's a beautiful thing, man. And I'm enjoying the ride. And I'm just happy. You know, I'm happy that chefs are getting booked. You know, a couple of chefs that have gotten booked so far is St. Polo's Meds, who was actually on the first podcast. I saw that episode. It was great. St. Polo's Meds for sure. They got booked on a really fabulous job that I think is coming up. We also have some chefs on the East Coast that got booked. Chef Herco, I believe, got booked through the platform. Let's see. We had Chef Joey get booked through the platform. Shout out Chef Joey. I mean, there's so many chefs. I'm losing track right now because I'm like,
well,
who else do we have, dude? There's so many that have been hired, man. And, you know, just shout out to you guys, man, for really doing the thing, staying up on the calls. That's a big thing.
Yes.
And all that good stuff. So just wanted to say that. And, you know, we'll get back to the union here in a bit. I'll explain a little bit more about me. So, you know, really, we started the CannaChef Union because of missed opportunity, right? When I first came into the cannabis industry, there was no opportunity at all. You know, it was kind of one of those things to where you just kind of had to kind of strong arm your way in, you know, and even once you got in, you still weren't quite moving and grooving, you know, you had to do a lot of footwork to get there, you know, and so originally, you know, I'm from Los Angeles, California. I grew up in the Crenshaw district, Leimert Park, on actually right off of Martin Luther King and Crenshaw, right across the street from Audubon. And when I was about 12, 13, I moved to Altadena. And when I moved to Altadena, it was a really big shift change because we were going from Los Angeles metropolitan area, which is really busy, fast, just craziness, right?
Right.
And then we ended up moving to the suburbs, right? And in the suburbs, which is interesting, is where I started smoking weed. Now, you would think that I would start smoking weed in the metropolitan area of Los Angeles. You know, you'd think I'd be smoking and gangbanging and all of that, but it never happened, you know? But once I got to Altadena, I started smoking the most weed in the world. I mean, it just became a thing, you know? And I got blessed by that community. You know, Altadena, Pasadena is one of the greatest places on earth when it comes to cannabis. Everybody there is very knowledgeable. And it's kind of one of those areas to where I literally learned every trick of the trade to equip me for my career, right? If I didn't have Pasadena and people teaching me, you know, bongs and pipes and how to roll a blunt and the difference between sativa and indica, CBD, and, you know, the list goes on and on, terpenes, right? The list goes on and on and on. I would have never succeeded in this game. You know, I would have gone into the cannabis industry with no knowledge at all. But since I grew up in Altadena in the Pasadena area, I was already equipped with so much knowledge about cannabis that when I got into the game, people would try to quiz me. People would try to, you know, oh, let's see what this guy knows, you know? And I would just be answering questions, you know? And it's like one of those kind of things to where I don't think people really expected it. You know, when I came into the game, I don't think people really expected this cat out of LA to just come and make this noise. So really what ended up happening, right, is I graduated high school, right? I graduated in 08. As soon as I graduated high school, I moved to Las Vegas, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start an edible brand. Like, I'm just going to cut the BS and I'm just going to go in, right? So I started BG Edibles, which was originally Baked Goods brand, right? And it started out very slow. You know, I was making cookies and brownies and all this kind of stuff that people really like, right, but it just wasn't selling fast, you know? And it was just an interesting ride, man. You know, I went through the hurdles and I learned a lot of lessons. And it became one of those things to where if it wasn't for me starting Baked Goods, I would have never been able to be equipped to start the union, to start my other businesses or anything like that, you know? Oh, let me get my light back on. There we go. So, you know, it's like one of those things, man, to where, and this is a message to all the entrepreneurs out there, you know, just because you start one business and it fails doesn't mean that your next businesses aren't going to be successes, right? Because I started BG Edibles, Baked Goods brand, and it was great. You know, we had a couple of great years there. But ultimately, the company failed, right? And it was one of those things, Alex, to where I learned. I was like, you know, this was the issue. This is where I needed to make different choices. This is where I made mistakes. And, you know, I started that company so young, I was still a teenager, right? And people tell me all the time, you know, they're like, dang, man, how did you start a business so young? I didn't have my business until I was 30, 40 years old, first started. And I was like, really? That's crazy. Because, yeah, I just thought it up, got a logo, got the website, and just got it cracking, you know? But being from LA, we're hustlers like that. We just go in, you know? It's not one of those kind of things to where we just kind of sit around and not attack, you know? Ever since I was 13 years old, I was on the block hustling, you know, slanging, making money, making sure that my friends ate. You know, all of us in Pasadena and Altadena were very street savvy. You know, we made a lot of money. You know, so it was very easy for us to do things. So starting a business was really nothing. It was actually really easy. I'm just gonna leave my light off, Alex, because I'm over here trying to turn this back off and on.
No, you're fine.
Is that good? Do I still look fresh?
You look crisp. You look crisp. Trust me.
Okay, perfect. Am I talking too much? Do you need some time?
No, not at all. You're good.
Okay,
You're
perfect.
Good. I'm loving the story, bro. I mean, I know, because I mean, you and I have known each other. We've talked about a lot of your background. I know it. I want the viewers to know it. I want the chefs.
I want the viewers to know too, and I feel like it's so much stuff, man. And you know, I feel like people don't get enough airtime with your boy. You know, I'm always doing cooking shows and all this kind of stuff, but you never really get to hear the real Brooksie, right? So let me break it down. So basically, you know, people, again, were telling me that, you know, I was young for starting this business, man. And I learned a lot, Alex. I learned so much, man, that now that I'm 31. I don't even know my age now. I'm 31 now. Now that I'm 31, you know, I have a whole different outlook on this business thing, man. Right. And it's really a beautiful thing because I really took a step back and I saw the full aspect of everything. And damn, man, I was doing a lot of extra work for nothing. Damn. Man, don't we all hate that shit, man? Man, I was doing this forever, but at the same time, I was 22, 23, 24, 20, 21. You know, I was young, man.
Right.
I think I ended BG Edibles when I was 27, you know? Okay. So, I mean, I was doing this a bunch. You know, I had teams, and I thank God for those teams that I had because they were loyal, you know, and they really helped me get to that plateau to where I could sustain business and I could really do it the right way, you know. And those were the growing pains, dude. You know, obviously that group I don't have anymore because I'm rocking with y'all, you know. Hey, you dig? But
hey, we appreciate
you know, I really appreciate my old crews, man. Any crew that I used to work with, or people that I affiliated with, or anybody that, you know, we have business ties. There's no malice, you know. It's nothing but straight appreciation, and I'm thankful for the opportunities, and I'm thankful for the experiences, right?
Right.
Because what we fuck up on, right, is life is all about experiences, man. It's cool to complete stuff with people and do all that stuff, but really the life is in the creation and doing it, right? That's when we're really living and getting to know each other and living life. You know, everybody wants to get to the goal, right? Everybody wants to get married in 3 seconds, right? And put a business out and think it's gonna just happen overnight. And everybody wants to, you know, build a car in 3 seconds. You know, whatever it is that takes time, people want to do it in 3 seconds, you know? And they don't realize, man, that the beauty in doing this is really doing it with your team and living it, man, and making those mistakes and going through the grind. And dude, that's what I live for. You know what I mean? I want to finish just like the rest, dude. I want to finish and hit all my goals and everything. But, you know, at the same time, and don't get me wrong, I do hit my goals. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, you know, I live for this part, you know, the building and the manifesting. And, you know, I wake up, man, some mornings with butterflies in my stomach, you know, and I don't get that from anything else. I don't get it from girls. I don't get it from, you know, going to, you know, events. And I don't get butterflies like that. But when we're creating, and when you, me, Joe, Jonathan, when we all have the juice, and you know what I mean when I'm talking about the juice, when we have that energy, right? And it is just manifesting, and we have that momentum, okay? It's all about momentum. When we have that momentum and we are just going for it, I can't even sleep at night, right? And then when I do get to sleep, I wake up the next morning and I can't even take a shower. I just want to jump on the computer and get in the field and go do everything, right? But I gotta maintain, you know, I gotta get my shower and do my morning routine. And, you know, it's all about mind state, baby. If you don't do the morning routine and everything, you're gonna be all bad. So it's one of those kind of things, man, to where I live for that, the manifestation. I'm happy with what we've built, man. And it's a beautiful thing to see what's going on, you know? So anyways, back to the story. After we ended BG Edibles, right? Which was like 2006, or excuse me, I'm messing all that up. I was like 26. I don't know why I'm saying 2006, I'm high. I was like 26, 27, right?
Right.
Ended BG Edibles. I was like, we're done, right? Next thing you know, man, I had an idea that was just crazy. And, you know, Alex, when something ends and it ends on a bad tip, you have to stay positive, bro. You have to stay positive, because what's going to happen is that positivity is going to draw positivity, and you're going to think of something great, or you're going to fall into something great, or just shit around you is going to be great, right? And so what ended up happening for me is I ended up thinking up something great. I came up with edible candy grills, bro. And I don't even know how that shit started, Alex. Like, can you believe that shit?
That's nice. Like, that's a great one. What a great
you know, and people ask me all the time, Alex, they're like, how did you come up with that? You know, like, how did you create edible candy grills? And I tell them the story and all this stuff or whatever.
Right.
But honestly, bro, like, I don't know. You know, it's one of those things, man, to where I get edible ideas just like clockwork, man. And it's like this weird thing. I guess it's like the way I'm thinking or whatever, but just the way that I look at things and the way that I look at food and the way that I just look at products, I don't look at it like an average consumer, I guess, which may be a bad thing at times, but I look at it like, you know, different. You know, I just look at it like it needs to be changed or it needs to be more fun, or I don't know. I just put my weird twists on things and it just happens to work out, dude. So I don't know, man. These grills just kind of came out of nowhere. To be honest, I'm already a big teeth person, as the world knows. Yeah. You already know. Shout out to Crest, by the way. You already know the business. Shout out to Crest, baby. Yeah. Messing with Crest. You already know the business. But basically, man, you know, I was already really big on teeth, man. And I used to be sponsored by this company called Gold Teeth LA. It's my homegirl, Ebony, that owns the company, right? Since day one, man, she showed me the most love. Shout out to Ebony for sure. And she got me hooked up with my first grill, which is this one I got on right now, right? And what ended up happening, right, is she threw a party, right, out in LA. And I drove down from Vegas. I had already been living in Vegas, right? I drove down from Vegas to go to the party and go sell edibles, right? And at the time, I didn't even have grills. I was still selling regular edibles or whatever, right? I go down to the party, and I set up my booth. Everything's good, but I'm not making no money, right? I'm sitting there, and I'm like, where are the customers, man? It's like, you know, and it's a big party, Alex. There's 1,000+ people there, but no one's coming up to my booth. And I'm like, dang, is it me? Like, I don't know, you know? It's like one of those kind of things when you're out there and you just kind of go with the flow, I guess, right? So I'm doing this, right? I'm doing my thing. And basically what ended up happening is I look over and Ebony has a smaller booth than mine. I have this whole elaborate setup with a tent and bubbles going and shit, like all this crazy stuff, right? That was like way expensive and unnecessary. She had a little table, right? That was no more than about this big, right? She set the table and put a little curtain over it or what, a little sheet or whatever, right? Looked nice. Then she just set out 4 grills. That was it. Just 4 real grills, not edible grills, but real gold grills, right? I think it was 3 gold grills and 1 diamond, right? I saw so many people go up to that table and pre-order grills that I was sick. And you know, to pre-order a grill, you're spending at least $50 to $100 down on the deposit just to get it going, right? So my edibles, were $5? I couldn't get a sale to save my life, man. So I thought about it, right? I was like, wait a minute, she makes grills, I make edibles.
Ooh, that aha moment, man. That aha moment. Fuck.
I just shot the jumper, Alex. I was just like, let's go. So, you know, I made it, right? And you know what's interesting is I made the grill and I sat on it. I didn't even release it right off the bat. I made the grill. I posted a picture to BG Edibles, even though we had already been kind of done or whatever. I posted a picture and people didn't even know what it was. People were like, what the fuck? Like, all right, whatever, right? So I posted up, I'm like, whatever, and I leave it alone, dude. A year goes by. Literally a year, right? And I'm sitting here, right, and I'm chilling, and one of the chefs on our team, who I will always pay homage to, and I will always, always, always tell this story about her. Chef Bray.
Oh.
Chef Bray came over to my house, right? And she was like, let me see all the stuff that you do, right? So she saw my little, you know, portfolio, you know what I mean? Saw my stuff. And she was like, wait a minute, bro. You make edible grills? Like, what? Wait. And I was like, yeah, I make edible grills. I do them with chocolate, gummies. We do the hard candy. We got it all, right? She was like, so what is the problem? And I was like, you know, I just never really thought about mass producing it. It was just something that I kind of created, and I just create things, man, and I go to the next thing. That's what I do.
Right.
And she was like, nah, man, you know, you need to go bodyguard hard on that and just knock it out of the park. So that's what I did, you know. And next thing you know, I was on a conference call with really big people, man. I'm talking to Paul Wall, right? I'm talking to Cocaine, which Cocaine, he's a huge artist out the West Coast, man. Cocaine is an OG artist, man. He's worked with people like Brooksie Hussle, right?
Oh,
OG artist, man. If you don't know who Cocaine is, you're slipping, right? So I'm on conference calls with Cocaine, Paul Wall. I'm talking to Spanky Hayes from Wild and Out. I'm talking to Big Percy, right, from DPG. I'm talking to all these big people, man. And it was just a really good thing, man, because I really didn't think this was shit, Alex. I didn't think this was anything, man. And it just goes to show how your friends can really motivate you.
Right.
Whoa.
Whoa, indeed.
Because if Chef Bray hadn't been there that day, that shit would have been still sitting. You know what I mean? So you gotta look at that, man. And I appreciate everybody in my life, Alex, from relationships to friendships to partnerships, you know, on business to anything, man. If it hasn't worked out or whatever, I don't even care. Like it's. Dude, I have so much respect for everybody that's done something for me in my life, because I wouldn't be this. I wouldn't be doing shows and Crest stuff and, you know, and all this stuff. I wouldn't be doing it, bro. I wouldn't be doing it, man. So it's like, I pay a lot of homage, man, and I'm thankful. And, you know, Paul Wall said it best, man. He was like, you know, you can do all of this yourself, man. You know, you got it all, bro. You can just go in and go bodyguard hard and just handle it, you know? So that's what I plan on doing, man. All the people that have helped me in the past and the ones that continue to help me, I don't want to let them down. Right. I don't want to let them down. You know, I've been going hard, Alex, since I was 17, 18 years old and started that company, man. I've been doing this a long time, you guys, like a long time, man. I've been in the industry, and I don't think people really realize that. I think they think I'm just like new here or whatever, but I started in California in the industry. I was not in the Vegas cannabis industry at all. I was in the California industry, and I came over, right? And so I've been doing this a long time, and it's just interesting to see the game, you know? It's interesting to see the game. So yeah, we you know, we're just moving, man. We're moving. We did edible grills. Now we're doing the CannaChef Union, right? That just came up, you know, and let me talk about that a little bit more before I let you go, Alex. I know I've been talking a lot. I know everybody's sick of my ass. But you know what it is, man, with that CannaChef Union, right? Mm-hmm. I started that again because of no opportunity, man. There was no opportunity, and it's still like that till this day. It is still like that, especially for the Black community. The brown community, minorities, it is hard. Gay people, trans people, I'm sure it's even hard for. Cool. This is a difficult industry, okay? And it's one of those kind of things to where it's difficult to be in because we've had issues, man. We've had big issues in this industry to where Black people haven't gotten their shot. Right. Black people have been talked about. I've heard M-bombs drop all over this industry. So I don't want to hear anything about this industry being the greatest and all this crap. I don't want to hear it, okay? I've heard M-bombs galore dropped on this damn industry, okay? Even some targeted at myself, all right? So this is a tough one, man. This is one that we're going to come back to and we're going to talk about because this industry is getting wilder by the day. It's just blossoming and getting crazier and crazier and crazier, more products and more people and blah, 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 blah. You know, let's get a handle on this ignorant stuff before we move forward, right? That's what I'm looking to do. And I'm looking to bring opportunity, not just to minorities, of course. We're bringing opportunities to all chefs. Right. We are all about all chefs. Let's not even get it twisted, okay? Right. I bring opportunity to everybody. You bring opportunity. We do our thing. Shout out to hireachef.com. Okay, if you haven't logged on the site yet, you need to www.hireacannachef.com. Hireacannachef.com. We're getting chefs hired, man. We are literally job creators, bro. So I don't even want to hear it when people are telling me that, I'm in this industry inconsiderate, that, I'm not looking out for people, that, I haven't been doing my due diligence and all this. I don't even want to hear it, because nobody knows what I've gone through. They weren't here shooting in the gym, all right? You were here. You saw the tears. You saw the shit we went through.
Yeah.
So I don't even want to hear it. And I know you got my back. You can't say nothing about Brooksie Hussle that don't say that he don't reach out for others and bring them up when he go up. That's what I do. That's what I've been about since day one, bro. And I'm here to help, And if you're a chef in the union and you feel that you are not getting the appropriate help, you need to reach out to me, okay? I am not over here trying to hide or nothing. I am over here trying to bring opportunity. And if you talk to a lot of our chefs, especially in our Facebook group, which is a great, great platform for all of our chefs to communicate, talk to each other, exchange ideas, all that great stuff, right? If you go in there, there's going to be a number of chefs that will tell you that, we've gotten them jobs, opportunities, and everything.
Yeah.
The thing is just with our system right now, we're still developing. We're still growing. We make mistakes, baby. We make mistakes. So if a chef isn't getting that appropriate attention, we need to know, right? I don't know if we don't,
we don't know is broken.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease. Shout out to my
100%.
pops for that one. Shout out to my dad. Shout out to my father for that one. All right. He taught me that one at a young age. Mm-hmm. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. If you need something, speak up. All right. Let's go. Let's go, baby. We got work to do, baby. Let's go.
100%. And we have plenty of resources. You can hit us through the website. I'm on the live chat. Hit us up. We're absolutely 100% available. And it's interesting because I kind of want to take it back a little bit here to talk about how you and I kind of came together on the union, because you were the founder of the union. You were the one that came up with the idea. And after you had already come up with the idea, because I do a myriad of things. I do a lot of things related to IT. I do things related to marketing and production. I used to work with magicalbutter.com, which is actually how Brooksie and I initially met, through some very fun cannabis events out in Vegas. Shout out to magicalbutter.com. I can see their posters in the background for you there. And it was just a fantastic experience. But one time I was actually out of town on business for IT, and I had seen a post on Facebook about the union. And I was like, I wonder what this is about. I've seen a lot of chefs throughout the industry not getting treated very well, not being given much opportunity. So I wanted to see, what does he need help with? Let's see what this is about. I remember reaching out to you about it, and we scheduled a phone call, and I took a phone call from my hotel room when I was out of town, and it was enlightening to see what you were trying to accomplish. And I'm happy, just kind of gracious to be along for the ride here and to be able to help out. Much the same, I'm sure Joe and Jonathan are. It's been an exhilarating ride, and I appreciate it. It was a very good call, and I think we've done a lot together that's brought a lot more opportunity than I think either of us thought we were going to accomplish by this point.
Hey man,
it's been fantastic.
It's making me tear up, bro, because it's been hard, man. Mm-hmm. It's been so fucking hard. But it's one of those things, dog, so where man, we really came up, bro. We really started something from nothing, bro. Yeah. From literally nothing, right? And it's crazy, dog, because when you have an idea in your head and you have to regurgitate it out to your fellow business partner, right, to then get it onto a whole website platform with an app attached in it, it's way more easier said than done.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think people really know this. We have been building the CannaChef Union website and the full portal for at least about 3 to 4 years. We've just been perfecting it and making it better. And the reason for that, and really what it comes down to, is money. The thing is we started this without even asking chefs for money. Remember, this thing used to be free. because we didn't know what we had. We were like, well, let's just try it out and see if chefs will like it, right?
Right.
And our first day, we had like something like 30 signups, like out the gate. It was like insane. So I was like, okay, this looks like we got something here. Let's play with this, right?
Right.
And man, when it came to the money, you know, we were getting money at the time, right? But what it was, and everybody knows this, websites are expensive, you know, plugins and all this stuff. And it got really expensive. You know, we even had to call in web developers, remember, and all that. It just got like,
So
it got
things.
intense. Yeah, and it was a good thing though. We learned a lot.
Yeah.
We learned a lot about each other, you know, like you're definitely my best friend just because we have gone through the trenches together as business partners. You know what I mean?
Wild ride.
It's been crazy, dog. Like
disclaimer,
it's like,
like people should know business partnerships are not easy. They're not always fun. I've had businesses with multiple people. You will go through, like, there are times where we probably hated each other. But
oh man, oh my God.
But this is the business partnerships are, it's like a relationship. It's like a marriage, potentially harder. I can't speak to that. I've never been married, but I'll tell you what, it's whether they're family like me and my brother, or with me and my father, or whether it's me and you, people who are just great friends with a common interest. It is never easy. It is extremely difficult.
You have to work through it. You have to work through it. And, you know, I appreciate you, man, because even though we've all gone through it, you know, and especially when it comes to decisions about, you know, certain things, we all feel that, and we all have good hearts. You know, It's not that we're arguing. It's never that. It's just that we all have good hearts and want to see the best for the union. So we're all like, what about this? Well, maybe we should do this. Well, this, you know, and it gets to be, you know, we're like talking and debating is really what I call it. We're debating, right? But I appreciate you keeping the vision, okay? Because like we say in our personal meetings with, you know, the squad, when, you know, it's just the four of us talking and everything. The biggest thing we say is this is not about us, you know, 100%. This is not about us. This is about chefs getting opportunities. Period.
Yeah.
Right.
Period.
Sponsors coming in and sponsoring the union and offering opportunities to the chefs. Great. That's a plus.
Yeah.
But our biggest area is the hire a CannaChef.com page.
Right.
That's where these chefs are getting the bread and butter, man. And they're getting hired, you know, and it's like, you know, man, I can speak on it all day, man. Jesus. But well, anyways, it's a good thing.
And to kind of not necessarily change topics, but kind of keep it in the realm of that CEO, that leadership situation, and how we were just talking about the business partnership. One thing, to me at least, and one thing I'm starting to recognize is in particularly a business partnership or a relationship, it's important to come to kind of an understanding of, even if it's 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, there is a leader. There is somebody steering the ship. There is that one. And while we can debate and, sometimes scream at each other till we're blue in the face in a debate, there is a leader who makes an executive decision. And it always comes down to, you just have to, even in an argument, you have to reframe your mind to remember, it's like, well, look, it's their vision, it's their boat. We're all in this together. We all need to row together, or the whole thing doesn't work. No matter what the vision is, if you don't row together, it doesn't work, period. And you have to stay focused on that. So one of the things that I wanted to segue into is with this whole COVID, and with you really being the leader of this ship here, and with this Cannabis Chef Union, what are some of the things that you've done and would recommend with other chefs, and how they can try to help weather the storm, whether that be business wise or personally, just mentally, things that could be done with weathering this storm?
Whew, COVID.
Big question, yeah.
That COVID slapped us upside the head, didn't it? That motherfucker, that thing, boy. But you know, COVID was interesting, and I don't even know how I'm saying was, because we're still in it. COVID is interesting because, you know, COVID is a blessing in disguise, man. don't be fooled by what's going on. COVID's a blessing in disguise if you're not sick.
Right.
Let me rephrase that. If you're not sick, if you're sick, I pray and really hope that you get okay very soon. That sickness is nothing to play with. And if you've had any deaths in your family due to COVID, my condolences to your family, friends, everybody. That's nothing to play with, and I hope everybody is staying safe. Wear your mask, wear your gloves, don't be dumb. Let's do this the right way. Let's not let it get horrible and then wish we had done it the right way first. Okay. So with that being said, COVID was really a blessing in disguise. If you weren't sick, if you were a business owner, a hustler, even somebody that lost their job, it was still a blessing in disguise. And what a lot of people don't realize, right? And let me rephrase, a lot of people that are very work hungry, let's say, they're workaholics. They have to be at a job. They have to be at their 9 to 5, right? What they don't realize, right, is that, this was break time. This was break time. I think everybody in the world just needed to hit that reset button, dog, because it was getting kind of crazy there, bro. Before COVID happened, it was like going to a whole different plateau, we had a lot of things happening, man, in this world that, from police brutality to, what's going on, government-wise, and just it was just a lot going on, so we put some COVID whipped cream on top, okay, and now it's just like, right, yeah. But it really is a blessing in disguise. If everybody just, says, peace, be still, everybody just needs to get that in their minds, peace, be still. If you let peace be still and just recognize what's going on right now, recognize that it's a blessing and it's a time for growth. It's time to learn yourself, learn the lessons. Maybe there's a craft that you wanted to accomplish. Maybe there's, something that you wanted to do that normally due to your schedule you couldn't do, but now you're trying to do it. Whatever. This is really a time to, embrace, all of those things, relationships, all of those great things. This is the time, man, because, what we take for granted every day is time. Mm-hmm. That's all we take for granted, dude. It's time. We take it for granted, being at these jobs and being at these sessions and working on these businesses. And, we think that this is infinite, man. And, we had the conversation the other day in our business meeting, what happens if I die tomorrow?
Right.
What's going to happen to the business? How do we know how to run from there? And that's something that I think all business owners need to talk about, to their teams. If I die tomorrow as the CEO, how are you guys going to keep this mug running? Right. We need protocol, so COVID is really one of those things, man, to help you kind of reset, look at your business, look at your crafts, look at your life, and really just kind of figure out what it is you want in it, I can tell you during COVID, I've already made some major mistakes that I wish I didn't, but I also made some really solid moves that I'm glad I did, so it's kind of one of those things, man, to where you gotta take the bad with the good. You gotta keep fighting, even when you don't feel like it. And I'll tell you, man, even when I woke up today, I was in a terrible mood, right? And what got me up, man, is, my grandfather, which I don't think a lot of people know, is Kurt Flood, right? He was a baseball player on the St. Louis Cardinals. And he was the reason that sports, especially MLB, adopted free agency, right? Which is huge. Right. Not only that, he was a civil rights activist. He was very about that, and he was about players' rights, obviously, with getting free agency implemented, But, anyways, I had to look at quotes from him today. Right off the dribble when I woke up, man, I had to really get in tune, right? Because I live alone, right? I don't know if a lot of people know that. I live by myself. I've lived alone for a very long time. Ever since I've left home, for the most part, I've lived alone, right? So, you know, you have to motivate yourself.
Yes.
You know, and
Yes.
that's so hard. And people wonder, they're like, how do you have a smile on your face every day and do all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, self-motivation is hard, man. It's hard, but you have to do it, you know? And I do crazy stuff, Alex. You know, I even told you guys to do this. I was like, just get in the mirror and just start talking. Just start talking great things. And I get in the mirror and I'll say my spiel. I'll be like, yo, what's good? This is Brooksie Hussle. You know, I make edible candy grills. It's hard candy. You can sit it on your tea, take a picture, and then you eat it and get high, you know? And I'll say that 1,000 times in my mirrors. I got mirrors all over the house, you know? And I'll just say it 1,000 times, and I'll say good things to myself. You know, I'll be like, what's up, boy? What's going on, boy? You looking fresh today, boy? You know, I'm pumping myself up, you know, getting myself ready for the day. Because, you know, if you don't do it, man, nobody else is going to do that shit, man. You're not going to get a phone call. You know, it's not going to be Jesus walking through the door. You're not going to read nothing that's going to, you know, let me read this quote. No, you have to do it. You know, quotes are good, though. Don't get me wrong. You got to read your quotes and all that. It's part of the building. But it's you looking in the mirror. It's you looking at you and saying, damn, I'm a bad motherfucker, man. I'm a bad motherfucker. And I just got to go. I don't have to wait. I don't have to waste time on nobody. I don't have to wait for nobody. I don't have to, you know, my label guy isn't going to be ready till next week. I don't have to wait on that shit. I'll go and find somebody today. I can't get my logo done until a month from now. No, I'm getting my logo done now. Man, you know, I wanted to go and do that, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. What? Drive over there and go knock on the door and see if you can't get in there. Don't sit on, you know, like these are player moves, man, that, you know, self motivation will get you there. You have to self motivate, bro. So, you know, COVID is a trip, man. And again, it was a trip for me to do this interview today, man, because I've had a lot going on in my life recently, you know, that I won't even speak on. But it's been a lot, man. I've taken a lot of losses, you know, that have really hurt my heart, man. And it's one of those kind of things to where even when it hurts, you know, and this could be in anything, guys. This could be with anything in life, bro. From death, you know, up till, you know, you broke your arm or something, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Through all of the bad times, you have got to still go, bro. You got to still stay moving forward, right? We had the big conversation. I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna do this interview today. And it's like, no, man, I'm glad I did this today. I'm glad that I'm pushing forward and going with it because, you know, that simp shit is for the birds, man. You know, again, the one thing we take for granted is time.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I know for sure. Everybody on this planet takes for granted. At one point, they take it for granted, you know? So it's like, how much time are you going to waste? How much time are you going to take for granted till you get your ass up and go? Right? And damn, man, you can sit there all day and complain and talk about how this didn't work out and this bullshit and this person did this to me and my family don't like me and all this shit, man. But at the end of the day, man, that's not going to get you to that Porsche sitting in the driveway. That's not going to get you to that, doing fly music video appearances with big stars. And now I'm down at these big events doing my thing and people see me all over the world. And like, you ain't going to ever get there. You're going to be sitting there complaining, you know? So, again, man, COVID, blessing in disguise, bro. Wow. Really got people thinking, I think, man. Got people thinking, and I think it got people really getting in tune, man. People are really seeing what they want, and they're not bullshitting, and they're going for it, you know? I see what I want, you know, and I'm not going to let anything get in my way to get there.
Right.
And I promise you, if something gets in my way, it will be removed. That's for sure, 100, you know? So, yeah, man. I just wish that these chefs would, stay focused. That's the best advice I can give, man. Stay focused. Go after it. Don't sleep, man. Don't sleep. Don't, when you get an inquiry, right? When you get an inquiry from hire@CannaChef.com and that email comes in, don't sleep. We've had it to where, people get those emails from hire@CannaChef.com and they emailed the person back instead of calling. What is that about? Pick up the phone and go get the job, man. The reason we are getting so much business right now is because of COVID. So please call the client. Yeah, call them and let's get the money. Let's get the business. Let's get the shit generated for everybody, because that's what everybody needs right now. So I don't understand. But, I'm hoping, it comes to fruition a little bit more. I'm hoping that, all this chefs attack. I see the hunger. The hunger. I'm just waiting for it to, just snap, Another bit of advice I can give is stop beating up on yourself. A lot of chefs that I talk to that call me on a lot of personal levels really beat up on themselves, man. And I just want to make it a public thing right now. Even if you're not a chef, even if you're just one of our clients or just a person out there watching this podcast or whatever, no need to beat up on yourself, man. There's already too much going on in the world right now. There's so much happening and everything like that. The worst thing you can do is beat up on yourself for something you did or something somebody else did to you or whatever it may be. Let it go. Just let it go, because there's so much other stuff to live for and other stuff to do, So let's rock it, man. You know what I'm saying? Last piece of advice I can give to the chefs, and I'll let you talk some more because I know I talk forever. I know people be sick of my ass, man. I be talking my ass off.
Well, and I love it because, I go to ask a question. I don't even ask the question. You start answering the question. I haven't asked it. I'm like, well, fuck it. I don't need to ask it. He's going to answer it. Let's go. Let's get the content.
I've been doing this a long time. To where I already kind of know what everybody's going to ask.
Right. The next question I had was, so what advice do you have for other chefs getting into the industry or navigating COVID?
Perfect. Well, let me wrap up with the COVID advice here. So my last piece of COVID advice, right? And this is a strong one, right? Because it's like COVID has made people's mind states totally change and totally get in a different mind state. Some people are crazy right now. Some people are calm. Some people are this. Some people are that. Some people are whatever, right? Right. Biggest thing you have to do in this whole thing is stay focused on the bread and stay focused on your dream. Anything not pertaining to those two, gotta go. Let me say that again. The bread. And when I say the bread, I mean the money.
Yep.
Okay? You stay focused on the money. Then you stay focused on your dream. Okay? Both of those two things stay focused on. The rest of the stuff, man, is all a distraction. It's all a big distraction. So stay focused, man, and don't get distracted out there and you'll be good. Now, next question was advice just initially in the industry.
Yeah, advice to chefs getting into the industry. Where would you go? How would you, based on your experience, what would you recommend for a beginner?
I recommend beginners join the CannaChef Union. Obviously I'm going to plug us. But I don't think that that's the last step, but I think that that's a good step. Right. But the biggest thing, man, as a CannaChef coming into the industry, the best advice I can give you is be nice. Be good to everybody and everybody will be good to you. The second you go burning bridges and doing all this foo-foo stuff and talking to people like they're crazy and all this stuff, it gets out of whack, and granted, I sometimes haven't even been the best candidate, right? Because I get it all the time where people are like, hey man, I've been in your DM trying to hit you up. I've been calling you. I've been this, I've been that. But what a lot of people don't realize is that, right, CannaChef, I have a team. I got you guys. But my other 4 businesses that I run, it's just me. I don't have a team. I can't call people to go and do stuff. It's just me. So it's hard to negotiate everything and balance it all. So I apologize for anybody that's reached out to me in the past and I haven't gotten through or anything like that. It's not intentional. It's not because I'm like not trying to talk to you or anything like that. It's because I'm busy, man, and even on the days when I'm not, I cherish those days. I don't want to do business, I want to just sit on Instagram and post and have a life, and just kind of chill for a second, even though posting to Instagram is not really a life. But, I do so much in the business world. I'm always out in the street and I'm always doing stuff that is life to me sometimes, it's just sitting and checking out my phone, and just kind of zoning out for a minute, man, because I don't really get a chance to. I'm always in it. So it's just, it's nice to just kind of like not listen and just kind of be on my phone and just kind of like look at what everybody else is doing. That's nice, So I just do that, man, and stay focused. Another bit of advice I can give to chefs coming into the industry is you need to get sponsors, right? And obviously the CannaChef Union can provide that. But you need to find sponsors locally to you, right? Because this was a mistake that I made. I got sponsors that lived everywhere, right? Magical Butter in Florida, right. True Terpenes in Oregon. I got big name sponsors, but they're all like Primal Products in New York. We got all these great sponsors, but they're all over, and it was bad for me because I'm like, dang, like it's all over the place. But getting local sponsors near you as a chef will make your life that much better because they're going to feature you in events. You can feature them in events. Everybody's local, close to each other. It makes that much more of a difference. If you have sponsors that are not local, that's okay. That is definitely okay. Yeah. But obviously you work better with people that are in your vicinity, right? So that's definitely a thing, find people near you that are on the same wave as you and that have the same like goals and like, codes of conduct and all of that, and go after it, Right. Another piece of advice, get out there. I can't tell you how many people I've seen in the industry that tell me that they're in the industry. And I'm like, who are you? I've never seen you ever. Like not once have I seen you anywhere. So who the fuck are you? Like, nah, like if you're going to be in the industry, get out there, go out there and shake hands, get your business cards, man, get your promo pack, get your flyer. Do what you got to do to get your name out there, man. Even during COVID, obviously, I still see people making moves. I was in a smoke shop the other day, and I saw some flyers up of different CBD companies and stuff. So they're making their moves, The only thing that you can do is make an excuse. You're either going to make the move or you're going to make an excuse. So what we doing, Right. And yeah, man, it's one of those things to where if you just keep putting one foot in front of the other, eventually you're going to be running, So shit, man, just keep going and that shit's going to work out. I think I'm good on advice. I'm trying to think of anything else that I've been seeing during COVID and just in the industry. Of course, stay focused, stay motivated, stay thirsty, stay hungry, all that stuff, man. Just stay ready for it, because even when your time comes, and it's happened to me, man. It happened to me, and my time came. And I was ready. Don't get me wrong, because we blew up. We're known. But it's like, I could have did it better. I could have did it a lot better, So when your time comes, be ready. Don't sleep, And what it is it's those days when you're like, oh, I'm not going to do my stuff today. I'm just going to chill. Right. I'm lazy today. I don't feel like getting in the kitchen. Or my favorite is, oh, well, we don't have a show until next Wednesday, bro. It's Tuesday, right? It's not tomorrow Wednesday. It's the following Wednesday. We got a whole week to just, no, you don't. That's a blessing. God just threw you a blessing, right? He lined you up. He was like, all right, cool. You guys got this stuff next week that you got to do. here goes a little bit of free time before the event. Make sure you guys are polished up, ready to go. And then maybe you can even make a little bit more product before you go to that thing. Or maybe you can improve your social media or improve your promo pack or, improve anything to make yourself that much better. So next week when you hit it, you're hitting it that much harder. Okay? Right. Don't sleep on you, man. Sleep on everybody else. Don't sleep on you. Come on now. That's crazy. So, yeah, man, that's what I got for everybody on advice. You already know.
Well, and I got to tell you, that's I didn't even get to ask a couple of the questions. You covered them on your own. So that's really the main, I mean, I got to tell you, unless you got more to add, maybe.
I'm just happy to be on the ride. I'm happy for the support. I thank everybody for the support. Check us out. www.hireacannachef.com. If you're a chef and you want to sign up for the union, check us out at ccunion.org. That's www.ccunion.org. And the platform's great, man. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and all of that. The CannaChef Union on everything: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. We're on everything, baby. The CannaChef Union. Follow us. Follow me on social media. I'm at Brooksie Hussle. That's BROOKSIEHUSSLE. Right? And let me speak on that real quick before I go plugging up some more.
Sure.
A lot of people ask me about my name, bro. And I think I should just clear it up right now, right? So my name's Brooksie, right? And I was named after my grandma, right? Which a lot of people, it's weird because they think it's made up, right? They're like, this dude just made this shit up. And then what's funny too is because I call myself Brooksie Hussle, a lot of people are like, oh, well, he just made it up to follow Nipsey Hussle, right? And that is true. I do make it after Nipsey. That is definitely, somebody that I follow in the footsteps of and my hustle and everything, right? But my grandma on my dad's side is named Brooksie, and I was named after her. Wow. So I just wanted to set it in stone, because I don't think a lot of people know that. I think a lot of people just think Brooksie, what the fuck? Where is that coming from? But it is a family name. And I just happened to get it. So here we are. Here we go. You dig? So yeah, back to the plugs. If you want to check out the Edible Candy Grills, go to ediblecandygrills.com. And that's candy with a K, grills with a Z, right? Let's see, what else do we have? I got BG Edibles, if you want to check out that page on Instagram and see all of my old edibles and culinary creations and everything. Go check me out on Instagram at BG Edibles, right? B as in boy, B, G as in Gary, BG Edibles, right? I also, have a cannabis t-shirt line that I've been doing literally since I was 18 when I started Baked Goods. I don't even know why I didn't speak on it, but it's called You Dig T-shirt, which a lot of my people from back home know. If you know me, you know that I say you dig a lot, so I came up with a t-shirt that has the weed emblem on it, and it says you dig, and it's a really cool shirt. If you want to check it out, you can go to @youdig_t-shirt on Instagram. And you can go buy the shirt on ediblecandygrills.com. I have it on there with the grills.
Gotcha.
What else do I have? I got brooksiehustle.com coming up. So
Nice.
Make sure you check that out. We also have the CannaChef store, CannaChefstore.com. Make sure you check that out. I really think that's about it, man. I plugged myself up pretty good right there.
Well, we'll be sure to have some graphics and everything come up to show everybody all of your plugs and your handles and all that.
Of course. You already know the drill. Yeah, you already know the drill. And one thing I can say to go out on, man, is, let's all treat each other better when we come out of COVID. Let's treat each other better than we did in the past, you know? I don't want to come back into this industry and hear any sort of anything that has to do with ignorance, negligence, you know, in bombs and all this stuff. Let's not have it, you know? Let's treat each other better when we come out of COVID, in our relationships, friendships, everything. Let's treat each other better, you know, because time, it's ticking, man. It's ticking. So I hope everybody got a lot from that, man. You know, if you want to check me out some more, please reach out to me. Check out my other podcasts. If you go on YouTube, you can check out all the podcasts. Just type in Brooksie Hussle and you'll see all my stuff. Yeah, man, I appreciate everybody, man. I appreciate the love. And damn, man, I just hope you guys stick with us, you know, stick with us on this journey. One thing I want to say too, before we head out, if you are a sponsor and want to sponsor the CannaChef Union, me, myself, any of my team, the Candy Grills, anything like that, please reach out to us. Especially if you want to sponsor the union. We actually have a website that you can go to. It's CC Union, or actually, excuse me, let me back that up. We actually have a website you can go to. It's cculanding.com/sponsors, right? Make sure you go there if you want to sponsor the CannaChef Union. All you have to do is go on there and fill out a quick form, upload your logo. And what you can do is you can actually offer chefs opportunities and sponsorships through our platform. So it's cool. We've had many sponsors. Shout out Vegas, Cannabis Magazine, Primal Products, True Terpenes, Arrow Sign Spinners. I mean, the list goes on. I'm trying to think of everybody, but of course, it's so many sponsors already that I'm like, the Social Weed. What's up, Social Weed? You already know. Just everybody, you know. So if you're a sponsor or a cannabis business, or you know you have a product that you want to see chefs with, or maybe you're a radio show or a podcast, or you know maybe you are you know what else, Alex? A radio show, podcast, YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Maybe your YouTube channel. Anything. We accept any and all sponsors. You guys just go to cculanding.com/sponsors. Okay? Log on there, fill out the form. And I mean, it's like, we're going to connect you with so many chefs, and right through our platform, we'll be able to create so many successful projects, man, and so many good things that'll not only help your company, but they'll also help the chefs that we are really striving to help, man.
Right.
So, you know, mess with this, man. You know, jump in here with this, and let's get it going, man. Because again, time, man. That mug's ticking, baby. I'm out. Alex, you got anything else, man? I'm out. Look, I'm hosting the show.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time tonight, Brooksie. It's been much appreciated. It's been a fantastic podcast. We're going to have you back on for sure in the future. We're definitely going to have you host a few of them. This has been extremely enlightening. For any of you chefs who've been watching, for any of our podcast listeners, if you're looking for any more information on how to increase your cannabis chef career, please check us out at ccunion.org. That is ccunion.org. That is the union's website that has everything about whether you want to become a chef, whether you want to become a sponsor, whether you're looking to hire a chef. It's all available right on there, including our web portal after you sign up. It's a fantastic platform. And if you think of anything that you want us to ask our chefs or the other owners, or things that might be more beneficial to you in this podcast, or even just for us as a union to provide to you as a benefit, please feel free to reach out to us. We have a contact us page on the website. We have a live chat on the website. You can always reach out to us through the CannaChef Union on Instagram. We're always monitoring that. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Please continue to watch us on YouTube. Check us out on all of our other social media, and have a great day.
Peace.